I'm joined today by my old schoolmate, classmate and rugby and cricket teammate, Gary Wilson, who's with the Irish cricket team. And Gary, what are we here for? What do you want us to do?
Well, basically Brace is our coach. He's a mad keen rugby fan. He's from New Zealand, so he loves it, and we play touch for warm-up. So I think you boys are going to run through a few drills and then play a game of touch and see how we go.
The reason why we're here today is because traditionally our guys start off every game before a major international with a game of touch as part of their warm-up routine, and I am sick to death of them being very ordinary at it. So I thought I'd get the Ulster boys down to come down and teach them how to play a bit of handball, especially the touch stuff. And Paul, who's a good friend of Gary's, they used to play school rugby and cricket together, kindly came down with a couple of mates and is kicking around with our guys at the moment. So we're going to have a game, oldies versus youngies, in about 5 minutes time, and they're always fairly tense affairs.
Ulster Rugby, we use GPS units. What they allow us to do is just monitor the players' workloads on the pitch. So it allows us to monitor their volumes of running, their intensities of running, their speeds, their collisions. And along with this GPS unit, we use a polar heart rate monitor. And this allows us, as well as all the external loads that we're getting from the guys with their foot impacts, their collisions, and their volume running. Like I mentioned, the heart rate monitor allows us to measure internal response and our heart rate response to training and conditioning specifically for pre-season, and things we look at like the total distance that they run on a daily basis, but also on a cumulative basis, whether it be like weekly, couple of weeks, every 4 weeks, everything like that. And then it's how they cover this distance. So it's really key to know like what sort of intensities are they covering the 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 metres are doing, what speed it is, what percentage of effort or max velocity if you like it to be. But with this we sort of look at 3 sort of muscle damage outputs. So we look at our neural, our metabolic and our structural damage, and from this then we dictate what our next session is and what maybe our next 3-4 days is, depending on what's just occurred. And it allows us for real specific planning of each individual, but also as a team, and we just combine all that therein. And obviously we want the guys out onto the pitch as much as possible, and the more guys and how frequently we can keep them out the pitch, the better it is for the coaches, it's the better for them. And the more training, the better they adapt to training then and become ready for the start of the season.